your screen, just let me know.
Should be good.
Press play on your presentation.
Start broadcast?
No, I'll start it.
Oh.
But your presentation's not played yet.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Present. Gotcha.
Okay, ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hello, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful webinar. Thank you so much for being here on a beautiful, beautiful day here in Southern California. Just before we get started, I want to make sure that you can all see our screen and hear me. So if you could just type in a yes, that would be really great. Great Wall, excellent, ×2. Perfect, perfect. It looks like we're going to get ready to go. Just a little bit of history and background about Andrew Hall. I met Andrew a few months ago at a seminar, and I was watching what he was doing using Facebook ads, which was really quite special. And when I met with him, and I said, you know what, you're doing some really cool things, and he actually even won a contest where he won a $50,000 hot rod by having more sales than anyone else in the contest. That got my attention as well. And then I started to share with him some of the ways we're doing actual Facebook ads and things like that. And we put his magic with our magic, and we have some real magic. But anyway, so without further ado, I want to introduce to you Andrew Hall. He is a master of Facebook ads, getting just massive results for our clients, and he's going to show you step by step exactly how we do it. Andrew, can you hear me?
Hey, thank you, Jim. Yes, I can.
Great, great. Well, go ahead and let's get started.
Awesome. Yeah, so thank you, everyone, for coming in today. I'm so excited to get started. This is what I love to do. I'm going to jump right into it and kind of give you a little bit of an introduction about who I am before I get started showing you how I do the Facebook ads for our clients. So my name's Andrew, obviously, and this was actually a movie premiere that I won a ticket to right after the car. Somebody else noticed what I was doing, and they took me to the Think and Grow Rich, if you ever heard of that book. I went to the movie premiere, met a bunch of high-level people there, and it was I wore this red tux so that I would stand out. Just like with Facebook ads, we want to stand out to get our attention and to get attention of customers. So I wore the red tux, thought it was cool, and let's move on. So a little bit of my background. I did 2 years of computer programming in college, and I won the top award from my professor out of over 100 students, and got to go up in front of the whole school and receive this. It was a Programmer Prodigy Award because I was able to skip multiple classes and still receive a 4.0 in the classes that I was supposed to take prerequisites for, but my teacher kind of just believed in me and believed that I could do it without the prerequisite courses. And so I feel like that helps me a lot with the Facebook ads too, just understanding the algorithms, because Facebook ads I know can be very, very complicated and can boggle a lot of minds. So after I went to school for 2 years, I was debating whether to get my bachelor's degree, and I ended up trying out I wanted to sell cars for the summer to see if I could start making money a little bit earlier than another 2 years in college. So I dropped out to sell cars, and I actually ended up doing really well at it that summer. So I stuck with it for 2 years. I became the top 1% in the country of selling cars, and they were my manager, the owner actually, was going to give me my own Toyota certified store, and I was going to run my own dealership. At age 26, but I just wasn't happy. As you can see, I'm sitting there falling asleep before the meeting, and I was working 60 to 70 hours a week, just kind of, even though I was making really good money, I just wasn't really happy with the job. So I started Shopify sales, and started in April 2017, earlier this year, and I sat in front of my computer after I quit my job every single day, learning and staring at Facebook ads, and so I understand if you're having trouble with Facebook ads. I've been there. I had a lot of trouble when I first started out, but I stuck with it, and I learned some really unique techniques because of all the time I spent in front of my computer, and I won first place in a Shopify contest and won that Camaro that you can see right there, which was an amazing experience. And so this is my first, you can see April 26th. I quit my job on April 27th, but I launched my first ad on April 25th, and I made a sale the very next day from a $5 ad. And then I quit my job the next day, turned down the promotion, and I wanted to start something for myself, make money, and live this laptop lifestyle. So you can see over about a 2.5-month period, 3-month period, I spent about $16,700 on Facebook ads. I reached close to 2 million people during that time, and had about 3,000 impressions. And you can see on the next slide here, I made $30,000 from that $16,000 spent. And so I had almost a 2-to-1 ROI, and that was with me testing different strategies out, having losers and winners. But you can see that once you have one winner, it can make up for all the losers that you had in the past. And you can see down at the bottom here, my conversion rate, I had a 6% conversion rate on my store, which the average on e-commerce is about 2%. And so this was because of my targeting strategies on Facebook ads and what I had learned on Facebook ads. And you can see these are some of the people I met. This was a mastermind event I went to. I met the CEO of Viral Style, which is a t-shirt company, and they do print-on-demand t-shirts. This is another Facebook guru right here that I met. He has lots of clients. This is Bob Proctor. He is if you know him from the Law of Attraction, I met him at the movie premiere. This is Billy Jean. He's another high-level marketer. This is Chris Record right here. He's the one that gave me the car. And then this is Greg Reed. This is the founder of the Napoleon Hill Foundation. And then this is some other Facebook ad managers that I work with over here. And this was us at the movie premiere. I got my red tux on to stand out. And then but this was my first month. So you see all the success that I've been having, but it wasn't as easy as that in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing. I quit my job after my first day. You can see right here I had a sale for about $15. But then you see this nothing happening right here. So for a month, I went from making $10,000 a month selling cars to no money and losing money on Facebook ads, and I had no idea what I was doing. And so the struggle is real. Trust me, I've been there. I understand how it is. And so my first month doing this, I had couldn't even get to $100. I had 900 visitors. I did get some visitors here at the end. You can see I had some, but in the beginning, it was hard. And so does this sound familiar to you? Have you spent thousands of dollars on Facebook ads with little or no sales? Have you launched ad sets and ads and with no link clicks and no traffic? What about, have you struggled to find a winning ad with a relevancy of 10? I know it's hard to find a winning ad. Put a 0 in the comments if you have not had a relevancy of 10. Put a 1 in the comments if you have had a relevancy of 10, but not had any traffic or link clicks going to your store. Yeah, I see some zeros here. I see some more zeros. I understand how it is. I had 5 relevancy scores. I understand where you're coming from, Joe and Don. I've been there. I know how it is. Nowadays, I tend to get anywhere from 8 to 10s on all my ad sets and ads. What about have you constantly started and stopping ads? I know I've been there to where I turn on an ad and then 2 hours later I'm like, oh, I got to turn it off. Have you done that before? Put a 1 in the comments if you've stopped ads and started ads constantly back and forth and not really knowing what you're doing with the ads, and it's almost like scatterbrain type of mentality. Don, yes, I understand. I see some 1s. What about staring at your ad screen? This is I've done this one a lot. Just staring at my Facebook Ads Manager or Power Editor and just staring at the screen, looking at all these numbers and having no idea of what to do. Just completely with no knowledge. Put a 1 in the comments if you've done that, just staring at your ad screen, just praying that it's going to work through positive reinforcement. So imagine if with your online business, If you could generate thousands of dollars each month from a laptop, sitting wherever you want in the world. Just sit and imagine, close your eyes and imagine that. Now, how would that feel if you woke up the next morning and you checked your bank account and your bank account was full of zeros? Put a 1 in the comments if you want to wake up to sales every single day. While you're sleeping, generating money. While you're not working, generating money. Put a 1 in the comments if you'd like to see that. I'm seeing some 1s. Awesome, guys, awesome. I'm excited to get started today, so I'm going to jump right into it, and I'm going to actually pull up my Facebook Business Manager, and I'm going to show you exactly how to launch an ad and how I launch an ad for a client. So you can see this is what I was talking about before. This was actually a little bit later in my time on Shopify. And I'm just going to go in here and actually first what I want to do is I wanted to show you exactly some of the ads. A lot of advertisers don't want to do this. They don't want to show you their secrets or their ads because they're worried that people are going to copy them. But you know what? I want to deliver value to you guys today. And so I'm going to show you exactly some of the images and ads that I've done. So right in here, these are some of the ads that have made me a lot of money. So this ad right here, you can see the text, "Do you love Game of Thrones?" Put some emojis in there. If you know Game of Thrones, the crown, the swords, and the wine, those are relevant emojis to put in the ad copy. And you want emojis, but you want them to be relevant because emojis, and I never used emojis until I started advertising on Facebook. But the emojis, they definitely help your engagement, and they grab the attention when your customer is scrolling on Facebook, and they're scrolling to look at pictures of maybe their friends' kids, or they want to see what their friends are doing and what cool things have been happening. But you need to capture their attention, almost like a mall kiosk, and you need to capture their attention and get their attention. And so the way to do that is, one of the ways I should say, is to put emojis. There's a lot of little tricks that I've learned in my experience to help you get more engagement and specifically more sales on Facebook. Now on the second line, you can see I do an offer. So these limited edition keychains. Now what that does, the limited edition keychains, that gives some scarcity to the customer. Now what scarcity is it lets the customer know, hey, there's not very many of these keychains. You better hop on this deal right now and buy these keychains right now while you're scrolling because they may not be around tomorrow. And they're 75% off today. This just so you know, I ran this exact ad for 3 months. This ad right here made me this ad right here made me $22,000, and I actually relaunched the ad in different ways and made another $3,000 launching it in different with different pictures and different ad copies. And you can see grab yours here. So if you go to Google Shortener, you can actually grab a short link right here so it's not long like this link down here. You can see I put my full link right here, and it didn't go over so well. It didn't actually, that one still made a few $1,000s, but it just doesn't look as nice on the ad copy. So I tend to use either Google Shortener or the Bitly Shortener. Both tend to work, whichever one you prefer. And so you can see right here, tag a couple who would love these and comment below with your favorite character. So what I'm doing right there is I'm getting engagement off the ad. And I'm going to actually hop into my Power Editor right after this and show you how many likes and shares I got. And the more likes and shares you get, it gives more social proof to your ad. And what that allows you to do is, it's just like the in sales. When I used to door knock for Kirby Vacuums, I did that as well. And one of the lines that my manager would tell me is, hey, we were just over at your neighbor's house, and everyone in your neighborhood is hopping on this deal. And that's a perfect line to put in your ad. Tag a couple who would love these. It gives that, or I'm sorry, so that's about your likes and shares. Because if people are seeing that their friends are liking and sharing and it has 10,000 likes and 5,000 shares, hey, look, 5,000 other people like this so much to share this, it gives a lot more link clicks. Your link click percentage will actually shoot and skyrocket up once you get more likes and shares. I'm going to show you a technique I use to do that. That's a little bit, a lot of people think it's backwards, but it actually works really, really well, and a lot of people aren't doing it. And the tag a couple, I want them to tag a couple that would like these, and so and then comment below with your favorite character. It gets people to engage, and even if they're not buying, it gives more precedence to Facebook, and Facebook will give it higher relevancy ranking because it sees that people are commenting on that post. Now on this one over here, you can see it's a fidget spinner that I was running for a while. We know the fidget spinners were hot for a hot minute. And is your head spinning with what might happen next on Game of Thrones? Satisfy your urge and get 50% off today. Grab yours. Tag a Game of Thrones fans that need this. This ad right here made me $2,000 on my store. And I also used it as an upsell on this post right here. And you can see, like this one right here, this one had 100,000 views. You can see 170 comments, 360 shares, 582 people liked it. Do you love car audio? It gets their head nodding. That's a yes question. Now put a 1 in the comments if this is some powerful stuff here. Awesome, awesome, Don. Thank you. So let's move on. These are a couple other ads that I did. This was a variation of the first keychain I did on that store, and then this was another sound sticker that I ran with a different. I split test it with a different link right there. Split testing is one thing that I love to do. Now I do anywhere from 5 to 50 split tests with each of my ads. I'm going to show you a really fast way to do that. And then these are just some of my other ads that I ran right here. This one made a few $1,000s. This one made a few $100s. Couple hundred. I think this was about $700 on this ad. This was I think I got like 5 to 1 ROI on this ad. Yeah, I got 5 to 1 ROI on this ad, and I was only able to make a few hundred because my supplier actually stopped selling that product. This was a bundle deal that I was doing. And then this was another ring that I offered. You can see down here, this one made a few $100s. I think a few $100s on that one. This one made a few sales. And then this was a free plus shipping offer that I did, which I'll get more into that later. And this was a slideshow that I did that I'm actually going to be training on that, how to do a slideshow and how that can actually get better engagement. Another free plus shipping ad. You can see, so Facebook will sometimes have a 20%, actually they always have a 20% text rule, and sometimes they'll hit you with that 20% text rule. So what you can do is split test different ways to make sure that you have less than 20% text, so you can still put text in your ads to get that good engagement, but you leave it really, really small on your ads so that Facebook doesn't ding you and give you a lower relevancy score. Facebook wants ads that people want to see. So if your ad is not an engaging ad and people don't want to look at it, Facebook's going to charge you a lot of money for that ad because Facebook's a platform that they want more and more users. Right now there's 330 million users, monthly active users, using Facebook. And Facebook wants to increase that number every day. So what they want to do, when you're getting lots of likes and shares, when you're getting 44 shares, 100 shares, this one had 5,000 shares up here. When you're getting a lot of likes and shares, Facebook's going to show that for free to people because they want people to look at ads that they want to see. And when you have a low relevancy score of 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, Facebook's not going to show that, or it will show it, but it'll charge you a lot of money, because if people don't want to see it, Facebook doesn't want to show them ads that they don't want to see. Now, this was a trick that I used. I actually just made a Google Doc, and I put all my emojis in the Google Doc in order to just copy and paste these emojis. And then these were some of the, you can see, like limited supply, limited edition. These were some of the sayings that I would actually pay my VAs to just put in the ad copies and create hundreds of different ad copies for me, so that I could split test which ones work better. And then I could just copy this right here. It's all about saving time, so I would just copy this into my ad copy, put the link right there, and tag a friend, 50% off, 75% off, only 100 left, get yours now. And then those were some affiliate links that I used on my YouTube channel for people to go and sign up for a Shopify store, and I actually made money doing that as well. And then this was some free training that I had for Shopify training. And so let's hop into that ad that I was talking about. This was my best performing ad. I spent about $11,000 on this campaign. You can see I had all sorts of ad sets. I had some $100 ad sets. I had some $20 ad sets, some $5 ad sets, all different ones, and each one worked to a different purpose. And there's each ad set and each value I would have, you can see over here on the titles, I had lots of different targeting options. So like this one was males 20 to 34, and I would split test 20 to 34 to 35 plus. And you can see like this one got $7.52 per purchase, and I would slowly scale it up compared to $8.62 a purchase. And I was split testing so many different things, like these were couples. I also had in a relationship, so if you go in here to couples, this was a female. Oh, let me go back. So this was a couples F for female, and this was conversion. It was a purchase ad. It was a Game of Thrones keychain with the Game of Thrones flex targeted with couples that are females, and then copy. Now, I tended to learn that if I did a ad that was the page post engagement ad, the females tended to like and share that post more, and they would actually comment and tag their boyfriend in the post and said, "Hey, I want one." And then the boyfriend would be the one that actually bought the product for him. So I split test a lot of different things, and I learned a lot of information about my buyers. Now you can see my budget was pretty high, but you can get started just at $5 a day with these ads. This was just to the United States, 20 to 65. Now you can go all the way down to 18. Sometimes I like to be at 20 because they tend to have more 20-year-olds tend to have, more oftentimes they tend to have a credit card or a debit card. But these days, with most things being online, even 18-year-olds, some teenagers have debit cards and credit cards these days. And I don't know why that says all right there, but it should have been just women. I may have changed this partway through, or I don't know. This was a while back, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe one of my VAs accidentally changed it. And this was couples, so I targeted people that were engaged, in a relationship, and that were married. And then if you go into this one, I did in a relationship only, flex targeted with Game of Thrones. So you can actually narrow further here. So instead of just fans that were Game of Thrones, oops, and the Game of Thrones, you can actually flex target. So if I was just to target, like let's say I canceled this and just did Game of Thrones right here, well, not all of Game of Thrones fans might want that that keychain, because I know if I'm single and I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have anyone to give that extra link to. So maybe I don't want to show my ad to people that are single. So I would flex target it within a relationship right here. And you can even get suggestions, and then you can do like newly engaged. You can split test that with 3 months engaged. I found that this one was actually the one that converted best for me. because once you're married, I learned that they don't buy each other stuff as much anymore because they're already married, I guess. And then engaged, those people are saving up for their wedding. And so in a relationship, that you got the endorphins flowing, and the boyfriend wants to impress their girlfriend, or maybe if the girlfriend's making more than the boyfriend, we got that happening all the time now. Maybe they were buying the product for their boyfriend. And so I tended to like in a relationship more than engaged or married. But not saying that I wouldn't put money towards the married and get engaged, because it still was profitable ads. But I would split test those all out. And so yeah, so you can do detailed targeting. You can even hit this button right here to expand interests. Facebook will use its algorithm in order to try to find more people that look like those people, or that will convert at a higher rate. And I was split testing that, and yeah, see the expand right here. So if I go to right here, I was actually split testing this with the non-check marks. Versus like a male 20 to 34, like this one probably doesn't have the expand. And then you can see, let's see what the result was. So this was a $6 a day at 726. This one ran a little bit longer at spent $300, and I raised the value up to $12 a day ad spend. Okay, so you can see this one right here. Let's take a look at this one. I spent $1,000 just on this ad set right here. Look at that. A $5 a day ad spend, and I spent $1,000 on that. I don't know how that happened, because I didn't run this for 200 days, so maybe I adjusted the budget up and down. But either way, it got 149 purchases at $7.97 a purchase. So this ad set was really good. So let's take a look at this one and see how I got these results. So, oh yes, so this one, I actually, the PASS, that stood for passionate. So I actually went over to Audience Insights, and I did that on a previous webinar that you can check out. And I went over to Audience Insights, everyone on Facebook, and I did Game of Thrones. I hope not G20 major economies. Game of Thrones. Right there. So you can see 10 to 15 million active people. When the TV show was running, I had about 70 million monthly active people. And this is a very passionate audience. So I was able to convert them at a high rate, because I know I'm a Game of Thrones fan, and when it's Sunday at 7 o'clock, life turns off for me. When the season's on, I don't. My phone turns off. I don't want my door to be knocked on. I don't want to be bothered. I want to watch Game of Thrones with a glass of wine, and I'm fully enthralled in Game of Thrones. I love that show, and I knew that other people like me would love that keychain. And so I went into here on page likes, and I saw that that the page likes, you can see that they like a lot of various different things right here. But when I typed in Daenerys, Targaryen and Daenerys mixed, if you know, and I never can spell her name right, Daenerys. I usually have to Google it and spell it. It's a weird, like, Valerian name, which you wouldn't know if you unless you watch Daenerys Targaryen. I always spell it wrong. So we're going to copy that. Google is your best friend when it comes to internet marketing and online entrepreneurship. So Daenerys Targaryen, she is one of the main actors in Game of Thrones, or main characters in Game of Thrones, and you can see now 3 million active monthly people that like just this character in Game of Thrones, and you can see now Peter Dinklage, he's an actor in Game of Thrones. Tyrion Lannister, this is a character in Game of Thrones. Jon Snow, another character, and so you can see this is a really passionate audience, because the top categories that they like are other Game of Thrones characters. You can see that they're 124 times more likely to like Daenerys Targaryen. They're nerds, unofficial Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire. This is a passionate audience right here. So what I did is I split test again. It's always split test, and I had over 500 ad sets actually. If you go into my ads reporting, I had well over 500 ad sets, but it was loading too slow for me, so I deleted some of them just because Facebook's Business Manager takes a lot of RAM, and so I would delete ad sets. But if you ever delete ad sets, you can find them right here in ads reporting. But back to this. So I did Daenerys Targaryen, Jon Snow, or Tyrion Lannister, which were the top 3 characters in Game of Thrones that people like. Now in here, I actually saved one of the reports, which is really cool because I like studying success. When I want to make money, I study people that make a lot of money. If I want to make a good ad, I study ads that made a lot of money. Now this is the first 5 days of my ad that I did. The first 5 days of the ad set. So my first ad set that I launched was, where is it? CPN, amount spent, right here. So this was the first ad set that I launched. I launched 2 of these at the same time. I launched a conversion view content Game of Thrones ad at the same time as a PPE, page post engagement ad, and I just targeted couples in general. I don't know if it'll show me the targeting. No. So I did Game of Thrones couples and Game of Thrones couples in a relationship, engaged and married. And put a 1 in the comments if you're liking this stuff. If you want to be able to launch a product like this and make $25,000 from your computer, put a 1 in the comments. If you want to make $25,000 from an ad set, let me know in the comments. I'm seeing some 1s. So the reason I was able to get away with the Game of Thrones, Jeff, is because I wasn't using a copyright product. So if you use like Game of Thrones copyrighted "Winter is Coming," which is a common saying in the movie, and I was kind of walking on a gray area. It wasn't really. I never got a cease and desist letter, and I never got shut down from Facebook. I made backup ad accounts just in case, but they never shut me down because I wasn't using a copyright term, and the product Sun and Stars was not a copyright saying on Game of Thrones. But it's all at your own risk. There's a lot of gray areas in this internet marketing space, and so you do want to be careful and have backup plans in place. But I never received a cease and desist order, and I never got my ad account shut down from this. Yeah, Game of Thrones pictures, I was able to run it. Facebook never shut me down. I ran this ad for 3 months. And so I don't know if I got lucky, but it always worked out for me, and nothing bad ever happened, luckily. 1+, I like that. 1+, Don. 1 John, 1 Ted. Lots of 1s I'm seeing. Eric, yeah, I'm seeing. Hey, I'm right there with you. I remember when I watched something similar to this. So I'm seeing another 1, and so yeah, we'll send out that 1X. I like it. So so let's keep moving. So yeah, so these were some of the ads. So okay, so I did a PPE ad and a view content ad, and the first day I actually was able to, you can see the purchase conversions from the PPE ad. I made 2 sales. The view content, I made 5 sales, 2 times ROI, and the PPE I didn't, it wasn't profitable, but what the PPE does is it buys likes and shares. And so it gives more social proof. So even though you're not making money on the ad set, it makes sense because it's going to help launch the algorithm in order to get more view contents and more add to carts, which is highly, highly important. It's all about Facebook's algorithm. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. I get excited. I'm trying to deliver as much value here. I want you to know that anyone can do this. With just a $5 ad, anyone can have this same success that I had, and even more. I know some people that make $100,000. I have some clients right now that I'm helping to get to $500,000 a month, but they're doing $100,000 a month on some products, and I'm helping them scale with some of the techniques that I learned in order to get to $400,000 a month. Our goal is to get to $500,000 a month with their products. But you can see, so view content, I was able to get 2 times ROI on that. add to cart ad, I was able to get to a 3 times ROI on that. This is purchase ROAS, return on ad spend. You can see my columns are a little bit different here than the ones that you might see on Facebook Ads Manager. And the way that you do that, you go to the columns right here. You can see performance. These are all the generic ones that Facebook gives you. And you got to, if you want to be a good marketer, you got to customize your columns. So I learned this through another webinar like this, and I actually customized my columns. We'll give you the replay button. You can go back and pause this. I know I go really fast. Just trying to pack as much value into this as possible, but you can see there's all these different stats in here, like video watch time, unique click-through rate, social clicks, estimated ad recall, total conversion value, add to cart conversion value, all these different mobile apps if you're doing an app, offline leads, all this sort of stuff. And so I customized my ad columns to match exactly what I wanted to see. And this was the I went through a lot of different I had like 10 different custom ones that I did in order to find this one that I liked. And so you can see, like, this was how much was in my cart, because I like to see how many sales I was missing out on to send out abandoned cart emails and retargeting ads with banner ads, retargeting through Facebook. Retargeting is really easy once you learn how to do it. These were some Instagram ads, so I highly suggest that if you want to advertise on Instagram, you do a different ad on Instagram than you're doing on Facebook, which if you go to canva.com, you sign up with Facebook, and then you'll look at, you'll see something like creative design. So this is probably what your page will look like. And Canva's really cool. This is some really cool stuff right here. They have all these different templates that you can use. And social media and email headers, you can get all these different social media, YouTube channel art, YouTube thumbnail. And so they size them. You can see each of these pixels. Like this is a 1200 by 628 pixel. Social media for Instagram is 800 by 800, or you can also use 1200 by 1200, which is the one I like to use, because now phones have gotten so good that we want to make it as appealing as possible to some of these newer devices, like the iPhone 7s, the Xs, the 8s, some of the new Galaxy phones. And then this is the one that I tend to use most. They all have different purposes, but I like to use the Facebook post the most. And you just open this up right here, and this will be the exact pixel size that you want to use for your Facebook post. And this is how I did my Game of Thrones ad. You could do shapes in here, lines, kind of make it look a little bit better than like a just a typical ad, and you can see all these different things. Those pictures up there, I was actually doing an audition and for a movie, and I needed to, I don't do selfies that often, but I needed headshots for a movie audition I was doing, and so that's why those are there. A little bit embarrassing, but it's okay. And so this is, you can see this was one of the ads I did right here. This was a Shopify training ad that I did right there. Those were some of my, I don't want to brag, but these were just to prove that I did do sales. I quit a high-paying job to do this online, but this was one of my pay stubs from my dealership. And this was another ad that I did to split test one of my products. And I just size it right there, make sure there's no white space, and then you got a new ad. And then you just download it. And I like capitalizing on trends, so this was when the Game of Thrones show was coming out. I also did an eclipse. When the eclipse happened, I launched an eclipse necklace, so I was doing this with the eclipse, and then I just, I got this image right here, which is through Clipping Magic, which is another cool website that I use. It's like $8 a month or something. You get a first view for free, but it allows you to cut out the background on your image, so you can have a no background image right here, and then you can kind of play with it. I'm not a designer, so I actually ended up hiring people to do this for me because I'm not very good at making things look pretty. I'm more analytical. That's why I like Facebook ads so much, because I just have to analyze numbers. I like numbers. They tend to work for me, but I know sometimes numbers can be confusing, and so that's why I'm here to help you today. I know a lot of you may be struggling with Facebook ads, and that's why I want to show you exactly some of the ways that I got my success. And so, so we have Instagram, and you want to do a different Instagram ad than your Facebook ad that you're doing. And then you can see I did some purchase conversion ads. I was actually split testing a lot of different ways. I started with males because I saw that males were buying this more than females. And you can see I got up to 4 times ROI on some of these ads, almost 3 times ROI, and this was just the first day. So how Facebook's algorithm works on these conversion ads is when you're doing a conversion ad, when you do a PPE ad, let's start with that. When you do a PPE ad, it pretty much optimizes after 48 hours, sometimes 72 hours, but after 48 to 72 hours, you have all the data you need in order to make a decision on whether that ad is good or not. And those tend to work a little bit faster, so you can buy data faster than a conversion ad. And when you do a conversion ad, sometimes it can take up to a week in order to get the data that you're looking for back on your conversion ad. Because how conversion ads work and what Facebook does is they use your conversion ads use a pixel, what Facebook calls a pixel. And what the pixel is you install it on your website or your store or your ClickFunnels landing page, and it tracks all the movements and all the actions that somebody takes on your store. So when somebody clicks on your Facebook link on your post, they're sent to your website, and Facebook tracks everything that happens through like cookies almost. That's why when you're on Amazon and you shop for a product and then you see a retargeting ad later on like another website, it's because they're tracking what you did on Amazon, and there's a pixel on that other website that Google is using, because Google pretty much owns most internet space. They own like 90% of the internet. And they're retargeting you through that. And so with Facebook, on your conversion ads, Facebook needs 15 to 25 conversions per week in order to get enough data in order to make a good decision on which people to show your ad to. Because as you could see on my audiences are 2 million people. Some of these are like 7 million people. Let's look at this one. This one's 6.6 million people. Now, you can see that on all my ads, I only reached like 2 million people total with these ads. Because out of those 6 million people, not all of them are going to be buyers. And so Facebook is so powerful that it can determine out of those 6.6 million people which people are buyers and which one to show your ad to. And it gets smarter over time. But with the conversion pixel, it'll learn after 25 to 30, 25 to 50 conversions per week, it'll learn which ones to show it to and which ones convert better. So obviously view content ads are the best ones to start out with, because you can get view contents, which is pretty much just a link click. You can see I was getting link clicks for 28 cents, which is actually a lot more expensive than I get now. I can get them for as low as 2 cents a link click, which I'll show you in a little bit. You can see my website conversions were 16 cents. Add to carts were a little bit higher because we're just optimizing for conversions at this point. And then on add to carts, you can see it went from 251 to 143 for add to carts, and 333 for purchases. And then on this buy ad right here, I got 248 purchases, and it starts going down the more that you do. Now, let's go back to Power Editor, and I'm going to show you one of my clients actually right now. This is a client that I'm working with. They're selling about $100,000 a month on Amazon, and they're looking to convert over to Shopify. So they hired me to do some of their products for them. So, trying to remember which one I did it in. I'll just do this. Okay, so this is the ad right here. So this is a technique that I like to use. I use video ads, and you can see that I split test. This is one ad set. So where'd it go? So this is one ad set that I used. It's a drum video ad set. I did the Big Six, which is the 6 countries that convert the best. This is my audience right here that I was using. Edit placements. I only do the Facebook feeds, and then we did a page post engagement ad, and then right here I did 3 ads, and I split test which ad is going to work the best. And then after I find out which ad works the best or which video works the best, then I split test the ad copy and the video, and I put like text in the video. I use VideoPad Editor in order to edit the video. And you can see I was getting I was getting 5 views per penny, and I was getting link clicks for 2 cents a link click, 2 cents a link click, 3 cents a link click. And this isn't even a worldwide video, guys. This is all English-speaking countries. So this is a high converting ad. You can see my cost per click: 1 penny, half a penny, half a penny. Lots of conversions, lots of link clicks, and the click-through rate we like to see above 1% on this. And I was able to get really cheap link clicks with this video right here, and I only spent $25, and I got 1,100 visitors to the store. $30 total, almost 1,500 visitors. So 2 cents per link click. And we're going to go back to my account. I manage so many accounts I don't remember which one's mine. So one trick that I like to use so you can see, I don't know. Okay, so you can see right here, these were some ads that I was doing. They didn't really work out too well, but this is one of the strategies. I'm just going to talk about this while I have these up. So what I like to do is I like to build my own audience. So there's all these different kinds of campaigns here. When you do create a campaign, you can see campaign objectives. There's all these different campaigns. Sometimes you don't know which one to do. I know I didn't know which one to do when I first started. But when you're doing a video, there's 2 ways that you can do it. You can either do the video views, or you can do the post engagement. And they each have different purposes. So what the video view does is the video views Facebook finds people that will watch the video for a much longer percentage with the video views. So if you want your video to be viewed for a longer amount of time, you want to use the video views, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But with your post engagement, what post engagement does is it gets more views, but they may not watch it as long, and it's going to get more likes and shares with the post engagement. The video views, they may not like and share. Like I know I'm a person that I don't really like and share very many things on Facebook, and so Facebook, if you were doing a page post engagement ad, Facebook's not going to show that ad to me because they know that I'm probably not going to like and share it. They may show a link click one or a conversion ad to me because I'm probably the person that's going to click the link and look at the website because I like studying other people's stuff. And you can see like page likes down here. You can get more likes on your page. I was able to get over 10,000 likes on my page without ever doing a page like all organic likes. And I actually have another strategy where I can get over 1 million page likes very cheap. Don't have time to talk about that today, my apologies, but I do have time to talk about some more ads here. So I was talking about how I have the PPE and the video views. So what I did is I ran, and I don't know exactly where the ad sets, I have so many ads, see 533 ad sets, and I have more than that I deleted, but I did some ad sets that I wanted to get a bunch of views on a video. So like I was doing a product, I wrote a book about how to save money on a car, because I was in the car business and there's a lot of shady stuff that happens. And I always took care of my customers, but a lot of my managers and fellow salespeople were very, very shady. So I wrote a book on how to save money on a car, and then I was giving away some stuff too. And I did a video. I don't know if this is the right video, but I did one of the videos that got like 34,000 views that I did. And what I did, I don't know if this is the one, but anyways, what I did is I did like a video like this, and then all I wanted to do was get a bunch of views on the video, and I actually built my own like 100,000 person audience. So instead of doing an interest group back here on ad sets, and where you have to choose like an interest group right here, I would actually do a I would actually just get as many views on the video as possible, and then anyone that watched the video, I would retarget them with an ad using custom and lookalike audiences, because if they watch the video for 75% of the video, there's a good chance that they're very interested in the product because they didn't skip it. It's like on YouTube when you see those ads and you click the skip ad right away when you have the chance and your mouse is just hovering over it, waiting to skip that ad. I know I do that all the time. But every so often there's an ad that just really grabs my attention, and I actually watch it. And then I realize I get retargeted by their ad campaign. And these are some of the tricks that you can use in order to do that. You can see that this was a retargeting ad, 75% of that. And this was a really good technique I used that I learned. I don't think that you can actually use it anymore. They actually stopped, Facebook stopped, but I would target news agencies, Bloomberg, Fox News, employees, people that work for news agencies, because maybe some journalist sees my video and they're like, oh wow, this is amazing, we have to feature this on the 5 o'clock news tonight. And so that was a strategy that I used, and that that actually got it actually really worked really well, and I got a lot of shares from that. But I think Facebook actually stopped doing that. You can't really target employers anymore. You can do fields of study, I think, but not employers. But that was some of the techniques that I used in order to get really good engagement and really good a lot of sales. Sales are the most important thing on what you want to do. So put a 1 in the comments if you've liked what I've showed you so far. So let me just see if there's any questions. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. What is my ad spend per week, Eric? So it just depends. Right now I'm probably spending maybe about $5,000 per week between all the ad accounts. Some are more than others. I don't really know off the top of my head. I'm managing like I think 7 ad accounts right now. I'm actually doing like 11 ad accounts right now, but 7 are active. There's other ones that I'm waiting on, like merchant accounts for, that we're waiting on, and waiting to get some funnels built out for some customers before we do ads. But about 5,000, I would say, on average, and it's going up a little bit every day. I know with Black Friday coming up and the holiday season, it's the best time to do Facebook ads, best time to make money online. In the next month and a half, you can make up for the last 11 months that you didn't make sales, because everyone's in the buying season. And when I was in the car business, I sold more cars in a month and a half than I would sell the previous 3 months, because people are waiting for those deals. Have you shown the creative ad that you created? Yeah, I've created lots of different ads, but yeah, I showed the ad that I cancel. So I showed the ad that I created right here, and this will be a recording. This was my most profitable ad right here. There's a bunch in this Google Doc, but this one made me about $22,000. This alone. Oh. Yeah, so I never. No, you're right. So I remember what I was going to show you. So let me get to that. So I never showed the likes and shares of it. So right here, this was my We Are Game of Thrones page. You can see I had 24,000 likes on this post, 8,000 comments, and 4.6 thousand shares. And so the more shares you can get, those are the most important ones, along with comments that are tagging people. Facebook gives more priority to your ad, and for each share you get, it'll show it 5 times organically compared to the one that you pay for. So you get a lot cheaper engagement because Facebook's pretty much giving you free activity. What is your opinion, Joe, to which works best, video ad, cinemagraphs, stop motion videos, or eye-catching pictures? So I like viral videos. I sometimes just pull videos off of YouTube and then re-edit them and then give the YouTuber credit in the comments of the video, or even in the ad copy, say credit to this person or this channel. And they want more activity. Like, I know that if you went to my YouTube channel and you took one of my videos and posted it on Facebook, I'd love it because it's giving me more attention. And so most people don't trip on it. And so eye-catching pictures. So one technique that I like to use is I like to do a video ad and then build the audience up and then retarget with an image after they've seen the video ad to retarget them. And but everything works different. I made $22,000 off an image post. I've also made money off video ads. I know Jim's made tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars off video ads. I'm getting more into video ads now, and there's a lot of techniques that you can use with video ads. But my first successful ad, I like to try everything out and see which one works best, Joe. So yeah, thank you. 1 + 1 + 1, awesome. I'm glad you guys are liking this right now. 1 1 1. I'm seeing a lot of ones. How do you share an ad from one ad account to another to back it up? You can't share an ad unless you share a page. So in Business Manager, you can go right here to Business Manager, and there's a previous webinar that I showed that on, and you can share a page. I can't go in there unfortunately right now, but there's a page that you can share. That you can share the page to. You just do like assign or add people, and like let's say you wanted to add me to one of your accounts. You would put my email address in on add people, and then it would give me a notification in my email on, hey, Joe wants to share his page with you to help you manage it as an admin, and then I get access to your page in case your ad account gets shut down. I can see your page and then use that post, and you can do the same thing for Pixel and ad accounts. And so I have like 5 ad accounts to myself and like 25, 30 different pages. I have 3 different business managers. I always back up my Pixels to everything. What are the best niches we should concentrate on for the holiday season? I would say Christmas stuff. If you're doing AliExpress shipping, it's going to take a while to get there, so you have a limited window. But any type of gag gifts, I like funny stuff. So I go to Google Trends a lot. There's a couple other websites I like to use, such as I do Wish.com. Etsy.com, shutupandtakemymoney.com, thisiswhyimbroke.com, Niche Miner app, that's a really good one, nicheminer.co/app. And then I also just scroll Facebook. So I go in here to facebook.com and I just search like free shipping. And then I do posts, choose a date, I'll do November. And then, like, I would just scroll through here for like 30 minutes until I see something with like 1,000 shares. Because if it just got launched in November and has 1,000 shares, it's a really trending, like 44 or 104 free shipping for whatever this is. And I would actually end up paying people to do this because it just gets too time consuming for me. But just scroll through this and just scroll through for like 30 minutes until you find something really good, or just change your search engine up. So yeah, great questions, guys. These are some really good questions. But yeah, so there's all sorts of niches that you can get into. Great advice, thank you. How do you do split tests? So in the Power Editor, you can, so this is attached to an ad set. So this is one ad set, but I can duplicate this and then do an existing ad set, duplicate. So now I have two ads in one ad set. And I know I have more ads. Oh, choose a page. My Game of Thrones, I think, is on a different account, so I'll just show you this. So you can just like split test. So like, let's say you wanted to split test. Like this was a book I think I was doing or something. I don't remember. But like you could split test that one, and then split test the other one. And you can split test which one works better. And then you have two ads. It's still under $5 a day or whatever you want to do per day. And then you can split test that out. And there's all different ways. I split test literally every single different thing that you can possibly do. So all split testing is just making two of one type of thing. So like do two different audiences, but always change one thing at a time. It's like science. You want to be able to only change one thing at a time. You don't want to change too many things because then you're not going to know which one's actually affecting it. You can also share through the Creative Hub. Yes, you can, of course. Awesome, awesome. So, okay, so I want to show you guys something. If you guys just got on here for free content, hopefully you got a great amount of value out of it. But I do have something really special I'm doing for the holiday season. And so I want to share that with you guys today. And so I'm just going to hop right into it. So one thing that you got to do, my motto is go. So a lot of people don't like to take action, or they kind of get held back and they're not sure of what to do, and you're like, and you're not really sure what to do, so you don't really take action. And I remember somebody told me a long time ago that when you don't take action on something, there's one reason that you don't take action. And it's because you don't know what to do. Because let me tell you something. If you knew that the next ad that you launch is going to make you $10,000, put a 1 in the comments if you'd make an ad right now if you knew it was going to make you $10,000. Just a 1 in the comments if you would make an ad right after this webinar if you absolutely knew that that ad would make you $10,000. Now, the reason that you may not make an ad is because you've already failed so many times at making ads that you don't know how to make your next ad, and you're worried that you're just going to lose another $25, $100, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 on ads because you don't know what you're doing. And I've been there. I understand how that is. So the ultimate tip, nothing will happen if you don't spend time to do it. And you have to know what to do as well. So would it be okay if I showed you how I can help you even more than what I have done today? Now you can do this all yourself. Like I said, you could take action, and I've just shown you some of my key strategies, shown you how to do a PPE ad to get more likes and shares, optimizing your ad set by split testing, how I did some of my flex targeting, the affinity scores, which I showed you was like Game of Thrones versus the Daenerys Targaryen and the Peter Dinklage and the Jon Snow. Utilizing dark posts is when you do it in Power Editor, how I showed you that you can actually look up all your old posts, even if you haven't posted to your page yet. And then building various different ads. You can do the videos, the slideshows I was showing you in Canva, how you can do like the Instagram versus the Facebook post, and all the different types of ads. So the problem is, I know that life gets in the way, family gets in the way, your job gets in the way. That's why I quit my job, but I don't suggest you quit your job just yet. And so maybe you just aren't that good with Facebook ads yet. I understand. So what if you could work with me one-on-one, and better yet, put a 1 in the comments if you'd like me to hold your hand through this process. I'm seeing some 1s. Seeing some 1s. I see some 1s. Awesome, awesome. Yes, the principle of uncertainty. I understand. When you know what you're doing, it's a lot easier to launch an ad when you know it's going to make money. And so I want to show you my Facebook ad hacks. Let me show you how this program can just help just a few of you on this call. Now, this is a offer that is so time intensive on my part. I can't let everyone be a part of it. This is only going out to a select few, and so there's a lot of time that it takes for me to show people how to run ads, and I'm already running ads for multiple different clients, and there's only so much time in the day. And so one of the things, the first thing that you're going to get is my private Facebook group. Lifetime access to the Facebook group valued at over $997. Sharing between other group members so that you can get support. This is exactly how I got my success. I was added to a private Facebook group where I went in there every single day. I didn't scroll Facebook looking at my friends that were going to parties and going to bars. I was looking at the Facebook group and how I could imitate other people's success. And so this added a lot to my success. And so I made a Facebook group just for people that are serious about making money with Facebook ads. And this is only the start. I'm going to show you my Facebook ads live video series and training. I'm going to be doing 12 live webinars to show you exactly what I do to make money. And these are just some of the content that I'm going to show as I'm running ads for my clients right now. Like this morning I launched 30 different ads. Tomorrow I got 100 ads to do. And so as I'm doing ads, I'm going to be adding more to this course and more content live as I'm learning different strategies, and as I'm the exact strategies that I'm doing for clients, I'm going to show to you. So this is a really unique course that a lot of people aren't doing. A lot of people just record their course and then you go in there and you don't know if it was a year old, and Facebook changes so often that you don't know, maybe it's not going to work anymore. So I'm going to show you the exact strategies that I'm using on a day-to-day basis in order to make money on Facebook. So I'm going to show you how to build Facebook pages with content that will increase your following, sales, and branding. Set up your business manager in order to utilize all of the tools Facebook has to offer. So I know you were asking about how to share ad accounts. I'm going to show you all the ways to share and back up everything in order to completely be indestructible on Facebook. And if you have an ad account shut down, your business will be up and running in about an hour. Identify which ad campaigns objectives work. I touched on that a little bit today. And I want to show you all the different campaign objectives so that you have as many tools in your tool belt as possible to optimize your ads for the maximum results and maximum ROI, or ROAS as we call it in the Facebook industry. And split testing and duplication processes on what I do to do 100 Facebook ads at once. And so dark posts and post IDs, there's some techniques that I use to do 100. I can launch 100 ads in under an hour through some of the techniques that I learned, because some of my clients, they might have 10 products that they want me to launch. Well, that might be 50 ads. And if I'm doing 7 ad accounts, I may have to launch 300 ads in a day. And so I learned a really unique way to do that in a short amount of time. I touched on that today. Build your own audience with video ads, retargeting, and lookalike audiences. With those videos I did on how to do video views and page post engagements in order to build your own audience that are very, very engaging with a watch percentage, and how to retarget them so that you can get highly, highly targeted clicks. How to identify all different columns of Facebook data so that you can build your own columns out instead of using their pre-packaged Facebook columns, so that you know exactly which ad stats to look at. How to use email lists to maximize profit. So if you already have a business with an email list, I'm going to show you how to leverage Facebook's metadata and psychological profiles to build a lookalike audience based on lifetime value, and how to use that to make money on your Facebook page and your store, or whatever business you have going on. Now, one of the bonuses, this is going to be the first bonus I do. This is one of the techniques that I'm using right now, and it's how to use Facebook's Messenger's microphone. That's right. Facebook listens to what we say every day on our phone, and it uses that data in order to show customers ads. And so that's why I always get ads about Facebook, because they hear me talking about Facebook and clients all the time. And I'm going to show you how, if you have a massage parlor and somebody's like, man, I'm so sore right now, I wish I had a massage. I'm going to show you how to launch your ad right in front of them, in front of their face on their Facebook ad. Now this is valued at over $14,970, and I know at $14,970 this program might not be for everyone. So with the holiday season, I've actually decided to do this for $4,997, which is a really unique price point compared to what other people are doing, and that's just for the training. But if you want to be a number, I know if you want to be a member, I know that $4,000, $5,000 may not be for everyone either. That was more than I had when I did my Facebook campaign. So I'm sure you'll agree that this program is comprehensive, complete solution. And at $4,997, it may put this program out of your reach. So I've decided not to charge you that price either. I want this to be something that you can get involved with instantly, and only stay in the program if you are making lots of money. Would this be okay? So if I can make this entire program extremely affordable to own, who would be interested in getting involved? Please put a 1 in the comments. Awesome, I'm seeing lots of 1s here. Joseph, Don, that's awesome. If you get hit by a bus, do we get our money back? Yeah, if you get hit by a bus, I hope you don't get hit by a bus, but have your wife or children call me, your next of kin, and I'll make sure we get that in your will, Randy. Great question. 1 + 1 + 1. Awesome. So imagine having more targeted traffic than you can handle, having all the tools you need, and being able to get started right now. I'm actually doing a live webinar on my training, my first training webinar, right at 7 after this. We normally charge our corporate clients $30,000 or more. Most of my clients pay anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month just for me to run their ad programs for them. But obviously, that's going to be too much for most people, and you are going to get it for much less on this webinar. Now, what if you could make your investment back in just the first 30 days? You saw my first 30 days. It took me a little bit longer, but what if I could show you the strategies on exactly what you could do in your first 30 days? And you can. You just have to take action. That's the most important thing. So, warning. This special pricing offer is only available today, and I'm only looking for a few people. Why? Because we can only give this level of service to a handful. Bonus, you're also going to get my 4-step ad copy blueprint. You're also going to get my 5-step strategy to laser targeting split tests, my top 5 Facebook campaign strategies, and you get those for free today. But that's not all. Wait, there's more. I'm sure you're starting to see why only a few will be allowed to join. But wait, there's more. I want you to feel like this is the best decision you made all year. So if you allow me, and for the first 5 people, I'm going to send you home with an extra $1,000 worth of gifts today. This is one of my favorite bonuses right now, and this is something also I'm doing right now with clients. How to build a targeted email list for, get this, 25 cents per opt-in. Now, we all know that an email list is worth $1 per subscriber per month. So a 25 cents opt-in list, that's going to give you 48 times ROI over the next 12 months, valued at over $1,000. Who likes stuff for free? I know I like stuff for free. So if you're ready to finally get all of your online stuff going for you, click to be one of the few people only who will have me hold your hand to success. Now go to hacks.hallofmarketing.com/Facebook-hacks. Everything right now today for just $497 today, and you're in like Schwinn. $497. That's it. Now let me show you my website right here. We're going to go to it together. That's what you saw keep popping up. I was just editing it today. Not Facebook, it's Facebook Ad Hacks. So this is what you should see, hacks.hallofmarketing.com/Facebook hacks dash hacks. I'm going to put this into the chat right here. Randy, I love it. Thank you. So there is my link right there for you. And questions, I'm going to put this right here, Randy. Hopefully everyone can see it. Randy, awesome, awesome. Okay, so let me show you exactly what you're gonna get here. So there's a couple things. So after all these live webinars are done, I'm going to be doing 12 live webinars for a minimum of an hour, but this one was supposed to be an hour too, and I've definitely gone over that. And so I'm going to be doing 12 live webinars over the next 2 months, and we have them all scheduled out. The first one is right after this one, going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and they're going to be ranging throughout the day so that everyone, if you're in a different country, you can still see it. And so on January 1st, I'm going to be pricing this at $5,000. And so if you get in now, it's only $497. Now, click this button, yes, I'm ready to make money, Facebook Ad Hacks Training. And click this button, yes, I'm ready. And also, so I have a special offer for you for just today that I want to show you. We are going to go back here to the webinar. And if you go to, so let me go right in here to present. And so everything right now for $497 today. And if you're really interested if you want me to hold your hand through this, and I have one more special offer for you, only to serious entrepreneurs. I will personally coach you and launch ads for you. Hold your hand just like my corporate clients that I charge $5,000 a month for, $10,000 a month for, $1,997, $1,997 just one time today, and that is a deal of a lifetime right there. This is something that I really only can offer to a few people. I only have so much time in the day, but I'm going to show you exactly what I do and show you exactly get into your ad account and do it all for you. And I know this isn't for everyone, and so even if you get in now with the $497, I'm going to be doing live webinars with you, and I'm going to show you if you ask questions, if you have a business that you want me to show you how I would target your business, I'm going to be doing that for you live on the webinar. Now, if you're really serious and you want to do this, I'm actually going to go into your ad account with you on a Skype call and personally scale your ads for you. And if you want this one, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and the 100% done for you right here, I want the easy way. Click this button right here to take you to your PayPal account. Now, if anyone has any questions, please let me know in the questions in the question box, and I will try to answer as many questions as I can before the next webinar starts.
So, Andrew, just real quickly, I want to review a couple things. There are some people here on the call right now who actually purchased your $497 package, and one of the questions already I'm seeing is, if I already did the $497, can I upgrade to the $1997?
Of course. So if you want to upgrade to the $1997, I will refund you for the $497 course. Or if you have a little bit of if you're real tight on money and you only have like $14.97 left, I will personally email you and we'll work something out and we'll create another button for you. But yes, of course, I will refund you your $497 if you purchase the $1997 course. No problem at all.
Okay, so cool. So real quickly, so what you'll do is either they'll get a $14.97 payment button, or you'll refund and they can just click the $19.97. Either way, great. Thank you very much for that one. I see Randy says, will you hold my foot as well?
I know, that's funny. Randy, I like you. I can't wait to start working with you. You sound like a funny guy. I'm excited to get started with you. Make sure you tune in tonight in about 40 minutes for my first live webinar. And thank you for your purchase, Randy. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to get started.
All right, great. Okay, some other questions in here. Just to review, if they take action right now and get in, they can still get in for the training that's just in about a half hour, right?
Yeah, of course. You're going to get an email link to that right after this. I'm leaving a little bit of time in between these two webinars so that I can get all the information out to all the buyers.
Super, super. And here's another question here, Andrew. What happens if I just want to send traffic to my company's website to sell one product? Can you help me with that?
Oh, of course, yeah. So this Facebook ads course is made for all sorts of different things, which I'm going to be covering. Whether you have a local brick and mortar business where you don't even do online sales and you're just trying to get more traffic through your door, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. If you have only an online business, I'm going to show you how to get more traffic that way, whether it's drop shipping or whether you have an existing product that you've invented, or if you're trying to actually have clients hire you and you just want to get really good at Facebook ads and you want people to pay you $10,000 a month for your Facebook ad skills, I'm going to show you all those different ways in this complete Facebook ads hacks course.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so here's another question. This one's from Ron. Ron's asking, he's in the multi-level marketing business. Can you help him with that?
Oh my gosh, yes I can. That is an excellent business that is perfect for Facebook marketing. And I'm going to show you some really neat tricks that I've used in order to help clients with that as well.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so here's another question. This one's from Johnny. Johnny's asking, he's a dentist. Can you help him get more patients?
Danny, I'm so glad you asked that.
It's Johnny.
Johnny, I'm sorry, Johnny. I've actually researched exactly how to do that. I know a really, really cool trick to help you. It's one of the most underrated tricks there is with the Facebook ads, and it's specifically made for dentists. Yes, if you buy the Facebook ad hacks course, I'll show you exactly how to do that.
Cool, cool. Here's another one. This one's from Sarah. Sarah's asking, she's a life coach and she wants to fill seats for a seminar coming up. Can you help with that?
Yes, so I have a really unique way to build an audience based on income, based on what interest groups they like, and depending on what type of event you have, we can create a new event on your Facebook page, and there's some really interesting ways that we can put seats in chairs, put butts in chairs for you.
Butts in seats, right? Okay, so here's Randy. His question is, I have a client with an event in 2 weeks, a chiropractor. Is the learning curve short enough for me to help him by driving traffic to it?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. It's with 2 weeks to go. You can send a lot of traffic. Definitely. I'm going to be going over some stuff. So if you buy the program and you get in tonight on my webinar, it's going to be a live webinar. So if anyone that gets in, if you have specific questions like the how to put seats for your chiropractor, how to put seats for your event, how to get more clients for your dentistry, I'm going to be answering those exact questions on these live webinars, and I'm going to be like, if you want me to do that, I'll do it for you on the webinar, and I'll show you exactly the steps I would take to launch an ad, and then you can just copy exactly what I do.
John Lawrence is saying, I'm a mortgage broker. Can you help me with that to sell more mortgages in the real estate business?
Yeah, so we all know Zillow. You can get leads on that, but you pay an astronomical fee. I have a real estate buddy in Arizona that's doing Facebook ads with $1 a day and buying leads for less than $1 for real estate leads, which is unheard of because, as you know, the ROI on that is astronomical.
Now, also, this customer of ours in Phoenix, Arizona, they're actually generating leads not only for their own brokerage, but also for the mortgage broker down the street that they work with directly. They're kind of cooperating together on the ad spend. But what's really quite something is it's literally less than $1 per buyer lead. These are home buyers, right? So because inside Facebook ads, I've seen how they've done it, and you can actually look for people who are wanting to buy a home now. That's how fast it is in Facebook ads.
Yep.
Okay.
Very, very easy.
Here's the next question. Gosh, there are a lot of professionals on this. This is great. I'm a veterinarian and I'm opening up a new office, but it's going to be quite different because I want to take care of dogs and cats that are out there in the public that they need a home. Can you help with that?
Yeah, so with Facebook's targeting, the the awesome thing about targeting these days with Facebook is that, let's say you 10 years ago you wanted to place an ad for your veterinarian business. You would have to either find a radio station or find a TV channel, maybe like the Animal Network, and put an ad on there in your local station, and hopefully cross your fingers and hope it works. But what I can actually do for you is I can show you exactly how to target people that are pet owners and that spend money at PetSmart and Petco, and show you how to target those exact buyers. And you can get data the next day on your Facebook. Don't just cross your fingers. I'm going to show you how to get real results in real time.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so here's another one. This one's from Daryl. Daryl has a seafood company that's selling seafood to restaurants. Can you help him?
Yeah, seafood. I love seafood myself. Crab is one of my most favorite foods, and I love sushi. But anyway, so you can actually, I'll show you. Short answer, yes, but I will show you exactly how to target business owners of seafood restaurants. So, like, if you want to target people that are chefs, because I know that a lot of times the chefs, even if there's an owner, the chefs are the ones that make the decisions in the kitchen. And so those are the people that we want to target on that, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. If you buy right now and you hop on the webinar at 7, or if you hop on any of my live webinars, if you ask questions, I want examples. So I would rather use one of your examples and do the work for you on my live webinar. So if you hop on my live webinar with the training for $497, I will target the seafood owners for you and the seafood chefs and show you exactly the ad that I would launch for you. Thank you for your questions, by the way.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to this. There's business-to-business type of advertising, which could be supplier to actual retailer, right, or wholesaler. Then there's also business to consumer, which is wholesaler or retailer to consumer. Those are both targets that you can use with Facebook ads, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, so here's another question. This one's from Andrew. Andrew's saying, look, I've been a network marketer for a long time, and I'm having trouble getting leads. How can you help me get leads for my travel business in network marketing?
Oh my God! So travel, that is something really simple that we can do. There's a way that we can actually target people that are frequent travelers that travel often. We can travel international travelers, and we can also target certain locations and target people that traveled there recently utilizing Facebook's metadata.
Perfect, perfect, right? So travel is cool, isn't it? I mean, because there are all kinds of people. I've seen ads that have actually been at airports where people just going to the airport get an ad about something related to travel, right? Can you imagine this if somebody wanted to save money being part of that network marketing where they save money on their travel, and you just have an ad running at an airport?
No, yeah, that's super powerful stuff, and it's really easy to do once you know what you're doing.
Awesome, awesome. I'm just looking for more questions here. I'm not seeing any more. Do you have anything else to add, Andrew? I think you're down to the wire. You've had a few people that are in, and I've seen some people that are wanting to get in that have left their email address. So that's perfect as well.
Awesome. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the first live webinar at 7. So if you get in right now and you have specific questions about a specific business that you want me to answer for you, I will show you the exact ways that I would do it on this live webinar at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is in about 30 minutes. So I do have to get off this webinar and prepare for that and get some other things ready, and make sure those of you that did buy get the email and get notified so that you can join the 7 o'clock webinar in 30 minutes for the first live webinar training.
Okay, so those of you who have joined the program, you're going to get an email really quickly that's going to be to go over to GoToMeeting for the next webinar. But I think that's about it. I don't see any other questions there. Thank you very much. Really appreciate everybody on this webinar. John, I'll get back to you here shortly, and we will see you all on the next webinar, or we'll see you on the training here coming up. Uh-oh, hang on, there's more questions. What about CPA offers?
Yeah, so cost per action. There's a lot of different... I'm not sure if I understand your question exactly, but like if you're looking for certain actions to be taken on your website, such as like add to carts or purchases, if you could define your question a little bit better, because I
I think we just lost Andrew for just a second here. I'll help John and answer the question. CPA offers are really dicey when it comes to Facebook ads. And when it comes to Facebook ads, what happens is you have to have enough commission. Yep, can you guys hear me? Or we lost Andrew, I think, but can you guys hear me? Or yeah, okay, great. Okay, so I'll just keep on going. Andrew, come on over to this computer here. But anyway, so with CPA offers, if you can have enough revenue per action, and usually it takes at least $12 to $15 in action, where you paid on the action, then you can afford to do CPA offers with Facebook ads. But if you can't get $14 to $15 or more off of each action, then it becomes almost break even, or could actually cost a little extra money, which is not worth doing. Okay, so here's Dawn. I'd love to get in, but I have to talk to my business partner first, and she's available until Friday. Dawn, if you could just go ahead and put your email address here in the chat box, and we'll make sure that we have Andrew go ahead and to get back to you right away, okay? Wall, I'm in. This is insane. It's an insane deal. Yes, it is. We know that, Wall, and yes. Okay, let's see here. Great, there it is, Don. I've got your, I'm going to just copy your email address. Thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up because we've got a training one getting going here. Thank you guys so much for being on the webinar. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's really, really great content. And this is what Andrew does all day long for clients around the world, doing Facebook ads, sending traffic to Amazon, sending traffic to Shopify stores, sending traffic to websites, sending traffic to places where literally you can fill seats for a seminar or a webinar. This is what he does, and he's absolutely brilliant at it. Thanks, Don. We will talk to you soon, and we've got a copy of your email address, and we'll get off to you. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Listen, if you're in the United States, here's what it's coming down to. Happy Thanksgiving. It's coming up tomorrow, and you're going to have a wonderful turkey day, I'm sure. Around the world, I know that we don't celebrate Thanksgiving quite the same way, although last year, I was in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and we had Thanksgiving. But anyway, have a wonderful morning, a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, wherever you are around the world, and we'll see you on the next webinar, or we'll see you on the training coming up here in about 28 minutes. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.